All right, so we got the 5 most brutal Eversor assassin missions in Warhammer 40k. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you guys follow my Twitch down below. And let's go.
G'day, guys and
Hey,
girls.
Majorkill.
The Space Marines get a lot of the limelight in
Majorkill.
40k, as they are often seen as the greatest fighting force in the galaxy.
Cap.
However, what if I told you that these demigod super soldier unbreakable warriors got their cheeks clapped by a psychotic drone?
Yo, why'd you spread? You know.
Fueled dude with a skull mask and a knife.
Hey, yo.
You'd think I'm crazy, but no. The Eversor assassins cut through Space Marines like a 9,000 degree katana cuts through 9-year-olds.
Who the hell is
they
that?
are one-man apocalypses, designed to infiltrate and assassinate any target while using as little stealth as physically possible. The best part is that if you do manage to kill one, then they just explode, as the metric donkey loads of drugs coursing through their veins destabilize and blow up, killing you anyway.
Man, who the hell are these guys? Bro, where they spawn from? Hell? Yo, where do these dudes come from? As soon as you kill them, they just skadoose. They just blow up. Where did they come from?
There is nothing more metal than an Eversor assassin, so it's my pleasure to take you through the 5 most insane missions an Eversor assassin has ever carried out. Before we get started, yes, I see you, you unsubscribed lurker, you.
Vex, I'm talking to you right there. Yeah, I know. Don't worry. Yo, I check the analytics and I know, like, you know, who subscribes. Like, I actually know, like, how many people come through and actually like are from, like, you know, from my channel. And I know people who come from like the YouTube recommendation, like, you know, yo, I know you're watching, aren't you? And you're not subscribed. Yo, why don't you just, you know, bro, it's that easy. Just click the big red button, you know. Just yo, what that little girl from Rush Hour said? She said, push the goddamn button. Yo, push the button, bro. Push the button right now.
I was gunning for 600k subs by the end of the year, which realistically we won't hit, but every little bit helps. I got a nude Warhammer commission cosplay done for 400k subs, on my Patreon for $1 by the way. Got a tattoo for 500k, so the faster we get to 600k, the sooner I can do something else that's cool.
Yo, what if this channel hits like 100,000 subscribers? Bro, what should I do? Yo, if this channel hits 100,000 subscribers, right? What do you think we should do? Because obviously, like, you know, I plan on, like, you know, like streaming and stuff like that, you know, on Twitch and stuff like that, and you know, and you know, I guess sharing the entertainment, I guess you can say. But yo, when we reach 100,000 subscribers, what do you guys think, you know, we should actually do? I don't know, man.
Today we'll go over 5 of the most insane Eversor assassin missions, detailing the mission, why they sent an Eversor, and what the final outcome was. I'll also briefly outline what an Eversor is for those of you that think they look dope but have no clue what they actually are.
Okay.
Let's get into it.
Let's go, man.
Before we dip into their hottest moments, what exactly is an Eversor assassin and why do they stand above the rest of the assassins?
Look at these damn freaks. Look at the way they, why do they got 2 big knives? Oh, nah, bro. These dudes, man, they look, they wake up and they just drink Red Bull. These guys, man, forget coffee, forget anything else. They wake up and they just down Red Bull. These guys are school threats. Look at them.
In terms of sheer
Look at
girth
they
and
face.
lethality. Basically, they're extremely psychopathically violent individuals who, from young ages, committed acts of mass murder and instead of being executed for their crimes, are given a pat on the back and taken in by the Eversor temple. Sure, their following surgeries and obscene drug concoctions also make them a bit cuckoo, but 90% of the rage is already there.
Yo, this is Gotham's very own. This is the best of the best.
If you try to turn a normal dude into an Eversor, he would likely instantly overdose from the drugs. However, an existing psycho can channel the drugs to become even more lethal than a space marine.
What the
coolest
hell?
part is that an Eversor isn't just a random berserker. They are actually supremely intelligent and often quite hilarious. In saying that though, they are very unstable, with them needing to be put into stasis between missions as to not kill everyone around them, including their handlers, when the target has been neutralized. They can work in teams with other assassins from other temples to great effect, and have been shown to go out of their way to protect their allies or strike when the enemy least expects. The point is, they're pretty fucking crazy, but they aren't stupid. All Eversor bodies-
No. They're both. No. Let's not, you know, try to like give these guys like any like, you know, benefit of the doubt. These guys are both. Like, no. These guys are, They're dangerous, stupid, and bro, and they're menacing, bro. These guys are just all three, bro. They're like they're the nasty trio. What are we talking about?
What a human can be without
Look
gene
at
seed
'em.
or enlargements. Then they are pumped with liters of obscenely potent combat drugs, which they use to become faster and stronger than a space marine. If they die in combat, the drugs explode out of them in a lethal blast, taking out entire rooms. The most terrifying part is that as the years have gone on, the Eversor temple has not suffered the same technological degradation that most of the Imperium has.
Yo, it look like what's his name? Skeletor from He-Man.
The current setting Eversor assassins been significantly more deadly than the ones that were running around during the Horus Heresy.
Oh,
Speaking
hell
of which,
no.
the first mission I want to discuss was the assassination of Horus Lupercal himself. Yep, let's start with a fucking bang. Malcador wanted to clap Horus's bold ass, hence got Constantine Valdor
Pause the entire show. He wanted to do what? His bald what?
to assemble a team of the
Yo.
best assassins from each of the assassin clades. The Eversor assigned to this mission was called the Guarantine, the greatest Eversor at the time, and boy was he something. To even recruit him for the mission, it took 3 other assassins from other temples to subdue him. Once he had calmed down, he was a great asset, often going on missions with the Collexis to massacre enemy patrols. The team of assassins managed to swing the war on a planet towards the Imperium's favor, with the idea of luring Horus there to take him out. The plan almost worked. However, instead of Horus going down to the planet, one of his captains did instead, a captain who then found his brain blown out by a Vindicare assassin moments later. Throughout the entire mission, the Guarantine had been itching to fight a Space Marine, as an Eversor had never done that before this point. He wanted to know how he would match up to them and if he could take them down. Well, turns out the answer is yes. As the team was extracting, the Calidus was cornered by a son of Horus, with the Guarantine then bursting into the room and having the time of his life. The Guarantine won, confirming the first Astartes kill at the hands of an Eversor. Now throughout this mission, the Guarantine had been an asshole, but kind of funny to his squad mates, so his death was surprisingly wholesome. He and his teammate were pinned down by a squad of Sons of Horus, so the Guarantine turned to his fellow assassin and said, "I hope this doesn't give you the wrong idea and make you think I like you," before pumping enough drugs to make the fentanyl crisis look like a walk in the park before jumping out of cover and charging at the squad full pelt. He managed to dodge dozens of bolt shells before crashing into the squad, tearing Space Marines limb from limb. After killing a number of them, they finally overcame him, which in turn just activated his explodey drugs, killing the rest of the Space Marines. Dude went from beating a Space Marine in a duel to taking out an entire squad within the span of a few hours. RIP the Guarantine, you were a real one. Chaos Space Marine sorcerers are a massive issue for the Imperium. Their bodies are able to withstand way more psychic pressure than most normal Chaos sorcerers, hence they wield obscene power.
Yo, hey, I'm gonna see. Yo, I know these guys are like school threats or whatever, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Their armor is actually kind of tough. I like the black with the gold. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah. It's kind of cool.
They're able to wipe out entire Space Marine squads in seconds and corrupt entire worlds by causing mass psychosis and summoning demons. Whenever a loyalist Primarch has ever had an issue with a traitor Space Marine, it's always because the Marine has been a sorcerer. As such, the Imperium will regularly send execution squads made up of various different assassin types to go deal with them.
GG's.
This has happened multiple times, so I'll give you a bit of a 2-in-1 mission for this. The first target was Severin Drask, a powerful Chaos Lord who had turned entire star systems to dust with his might. He was known as a supremely powerful pyromancer.
See, this is what like, I swear to God, Warhammer be having like the most, like, they be having like the most diabolical just characters of all time. What do you mean he can turn these galaxies to dust with his mind? What are you talking about? How can you even do that?
Like, could incinerate the absolute tits off nearly anyone. To deal with him, the Eversor Silas Torque was sent alongside assassins from the other temples. The battle against the Sorcerer Lord was off its nuts, but came to a spicy conclusion when Silas jumped in, kicked Severin Drask in the balls, got his neck broken in return, which caused him to blow up and end the Chaos Lord's fiery reign of terror. And that's the fuck thing about an Eversor. You actually managed to kill one and you're dead anyway. The other instance of an Eversor being sent to deal with a Chaos Lord sorcerer was when the wordbearer Sagius Mind Blighter started preparing a massive summoning ritual. To deal with him, the Imperium sent the Eversor Tormentius. However, this wasn't a normal Eversor. Firstly, his battle record was second to none. He had successfully completed 67 missions, averaging 99 kills per mission. Very few Eversors ever managed to survive more than a handful of missions due to their unique style. Nor are Eversors designed for longevity. So after so much success, Tormentius went insane. Not like Teehee Eversor insane, but so insane that he was no longer programmable, hence he was placed into permastasis and decommissioned, until Sagius Mindblighter appeared. With no other option, the Imperium authorized Tormentius, however without the programming that often guided an Eversor to a specific mission. Tormentius was unleashed and had 3 hours to kill Sagius to stop shit from going down. The result was unclear, as I cannot find any more info regarding what happened next. If you know, comment it below and I might just pin ya. I assumed Tormentius would end up suicide bombing Sagius' tits off, either outright killing him or wounding him enough so that the Space Wolves that were on the way could finish him off. As both of these Chaos Sorcerer kill missions weren't super fleshed out, I thought I'd just include them together. The third Eversor mission that should get your dick wet was when Warsmith Honsou and his mates invaded an Imperial world, causing the Imperials to go oh shit and press the red button. The red button being the release of an Eversor assassin. Now this wasn't a big mission or point in the lore, but everyone's reaction to the Eversor is such a chef's kiss moment. For context, Honsou is one of the greatest Iron Warriors to ever live, having threatened Ultramar a number of times. He was accompanied by an Emperor's Children champion, an elite squad of Iron Warrior veterans, a Dreadnought, and a mutated possessed Chaos Space Marine Thingo. As they are pushing their way down a tunnel into Imperial forces, a black blur arrives and begins attacking them. They have no clue what it is, as it brings down a few of the Iron Warriors before briefly stopping to look Honsou in the face with its grinning skull mask. As soon as Honsou sees it, he is like, oh shit, it's a fucking Eversor! And the Iron Warriors panic as they try to shoot and stab it. It literally dances around the entire squad, massacring them as if they were children.
Nah, yo, this thing is like somebody's, yo, this is like somebody's damn nightmare, bro. Yo, what do you mean dancing around him while he, yo, what? Who does bro think? Obviously, he would never do this to Vulcan. Like, bro, Vulcan would, like, get this dude to beats. But, like, yo, who does he think he is?
A decapitation here, brains blown out there. It was actually quite fucked to read about. It's rare you see Space Marines look so pathetic. The Emperor's Children champion gets all moist and pulls out his swords to duel the Eversor. The duel is epic, blindingly fast clashes of blades. However, after a few moments, the Eversor jumps over the champion and injects him with poison so severe that the convulsions cause the champion to break his own spine and then die. This is what I mean when I say the Eversor assassins have gotten more OP since the Horus Heresy.
And bro, where's your pants at, yo? Where's your pants? Yo, what we got going on here?
Was the best Eversor there was, and while he did end up taking down a Space Marine squad, this no-name Eversor is clearly more powerful than he was. The Eversor then goes for Honsou, who accepts that he will probably die within the next 3 seconds. However, that's when the mutated Chaos Marine Thingo jumps in and tackles the Eversor. Even pinned to the ground and half broken from the impact, it continues to fight, stabbing the shit out of the mutant and also parrying and fighting another Iron Warrior who would come over to try kill him while he was pinned to the ground. They finally kill the Eversor, who then proceeds to blow up and take out even more of them. It's an absolute joy reading about Chaos characters who have oh shit, oh fuck moments. Stuff like Guilliman charging at a bunch of wordbearers with them freezing in terror, or a Harlequin Solitaire slicing through an elite squad of Chaos Space Marines like they were nothing, are some key highlights from the lore. Speaking of Solitaires, GW did us a massive solid by creating lore when an Eversor and a Solitaire would face off. 2 of the deadliest unit types in the entire setting. The Solitaire is hellbent on murdering a planetary governor. We don't know why, but more likely than not, the governor will end up doing something that would fuck over the Eldar pretty badly. The governor throws entire regiments at the Solitaire, who cuts through them like they are nothing. Eventually, the governor is able to get his hands on an Eversor and send that after the Solitaire. The 2 murder machines fight all across the governor's palace, massacring hundreds of people who are in the wrong place at the wrong time. Amazingly, the Eversor not only keeps up with the Solitaire, but actually wounds him. Hence, the Solitaire comes up with a bright idea. He lures the Eversor into the governor's room and then kills it, with the subsequent chemical explosion taking out the Solitaire as well as the governor. Mission accomplished, baby. Initially, this does sound kind of unlore friendly. Solitaires should be way more powerful than Eversors, but it does make sense. Firstly, the Solitaire did actually beat the Eversor while its focus was directed towards the governor and it had already killed thousands of guardsmen. Secondly, the combat engagement between Solitaire and Space Marine is pretty much the exact same as an Eversor against Space Marines. They both cut through them like children, so while Solitaires are more powerful, Eversors are not far behind. The final mission I want to discuss is pretty off its nuts and involves an interesting assassin by the name of Essed Waer. Waer used to be a Venenim assassin who fought hard during the War of the Beast to try to protect the Imperium. On the side, he was also used by Vangorich, the master of the assassins, to take out various political opponents and clear the way for Vangorich to commit the beheading, the assassination of all the High Lords. Waer realized too late the insanity of his master and tried to stop him, however was beaten down and turned into an Eversor assassin, being controlled via the programming that all Eversors are forced to. When Vangorich's crime became known, various space
I've seen this guy before. I've seen this guy before, yo.
Captors came to Terra to stop him. After vicious fighting, Vangorich was cornered within the Eversor Temple by 150 veteran Space Marines. However, the Lord of Assassins had one final ace. He unleashed 100 Eversor assassins, who then proceeded to engage the 150 veteran Marines in intense combat. The situation favored the Space Marines. They had a formation, their fellow squad mates, and it was a pretty open area. The Eversors also did not work in teams, hence couldn't really coordinate their attack. Despite this, 149 of the 150 Space Marines were killed, with the final being incapacitated due to the Eversor poison. On the Eversor side, 99 out of the 100 were dead, with the only survivor being Waer. Vangorich taunts the final Astartes and orders Waer to finish him off. However, Waer's will finally breaks through, overcoming his programming, with him managing to lock up his own body. This gives the Astartes time to lift his bolt gun and blast Vangorich apart, ending the tyrant's life. Waer would then go on to vanish. I do like the minor detail here of Waer only managing to lock up his body, not just having some random last minute hero redemption arc where he kills Vangorich himself. This mission was dope, as it showed a straight up fight between a small army of Eversors and a small army of Space Marines. Despite the Astartes having all the advantages, including numbers advantage, the Eversors still technically won. However, having your chosen warrior as a skull-faced psychopath who kills everyone he sees isn't very good for morale, so the Space Marines shouldn't worry about losing their jobs anytime soon. If you enjoyed the video and you want to support the channel, then
yo, that felt like an hour-long video right there. Yeah, I feel like I just watched like a mental movie. Other than that, man, comment down below. What do y'all think about this one? I did not know. Yo, I swear to you, bro, the Eversor. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never even seen these creatures ever before in my life. These heathens before ever in my life. But it's nice to know. I mean, if I'm being honest with you, bro, Vulcan would easily stump these guys out. But you know, who am I? Other than that, man, I'm gonna see y'all later. Make sure you guys follow my Twitch down below and. Peace out, everybody.